Welcome back to another reaction for Akane-banashi episode 1. Okay. No clue what this is about.
そこから夫の話を見るのが私は大好きだった。
Oh. Oh. So this is like storytelling? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Japanese culture I am not familiar with. We have the whole comedy routine, as example, where you have a straight man and a joke guy. That is something I'm not too familiar with, but it gets referenced a lot. So you know somewhat what to expect. But there are also other entertainment things that I have no idea about or of. And I believe this is one of them, where you have someone being like a storyteller, right? I'm assuming this is going to go into those, and we get to see a little bit of an explanation, I hope, because I am not familiar with any of this. Okay, first story is that day.
そしたら大家がうち来てさ、ちょいと道具箱を預かるなんてこと言うからさ、じゃあ道具箱ってことは大家さん大工なんかやんのかなと思ってね、じゃあどうぞって貸したんだよ。あの年で大工なんて務まあれ猛録だね。お前が猛録だよ。お前それなんじゃねえか。
硬いよしんちゃん。
硬いですか。
そうだよ、気負いすぎ。
ああ、ですかね。
例の試験もあるし、娘ちゃんも大きいしでグーってなるのはわかるけど、もっとこうスーッときてわってね、頑張るんだよ。
ありがとうございます。ずいぶん買ってるんですね。正直パッとしないというかピンとこなかったんですけど。
まあ今日の出来もいまいちだったしね。
ならなんで？
私はあの子の会心の一石を見たことがある。こんなとこでくすぶっていい男じゃないんだよ、あの子はさ。
So not a lot of money. And the school, we saw the girl. So the school is calling him for some reason. I'm assuming she tries to imitate him.
Akaneの？
そんな言い方ないんじゃない？あなたどうして？
だからそれはさっき。
だからも何もない。
Bitch, shut up.
からうちの子
Oh, can't you see my little fat boy?
こんなに泣いて申し訳ないとか思う。
Next time, if you hit him or whatever, always go for the balls.
ないの？だから今の子
全然話聞かないじゃん。わかった。じゃあやってみせるから見て。
やってみせる？
ことの始まりは5時間目の。
So again, we saw at the beginning, she seemed to like what her dad was doing. So she's more or less imitating, okay. So this is the storytelling part, okay. I do like the eyes. Is this purple pink?
やってみせる？
ことの始まりは5時間目の国語の時間。尊敬する人をテーマに書いた作文を一人一人発表してた。尊敬する人、5年3組大崎茜。私の尊敬する人は夫です。夫は落語家で話がとっても面白くて
尊敬？やっば、ママ言ってたぜ。お前のパパは紐だって。それを尊敬？
I see.
紐？何それ？
そんなことも知らねえのか？仕事してないダメなパパだって言ってんだ。はあ？
すごい。本当にこの通りそのままでして。
でもだからって泣かせるまで言わなくても。
Why not?
さっきから被害者ぶってるけどさ、喧嘩売ったのそっちだろ。なめたこと言ってんじゃねえぞこの。
やめろ。柳谷先生、すみません。毎度毎度茜がご迷惑を。そちらさんもすみません。うちの子が。
I would never apologize to that woman ever.
おっと、こいつらは。
こいつら？どんな理由であれ、乱暴な言葉を使うのは良くない。茜ならわかるよな。
お父さんが話のわかる方で助かります。本当にその子。
柳谷先生から話は聞いてます。親子揃って私のことをおっしゃっていたそうで。お互い子に恥じない親でありたいものですね。
I mean, solid, solid. You know, the apology at the beginning was just the typical, I'm sorry for the problem, let's just leave this behind us, I'm going, and she wanted to escalate. He was like, oh, mom and son are talking about me in a specific way, which just removed all of the tension.
じゃあこれで帰るぞ、茜。
Because you can't really go against him anymore.
荷物取ってこい。
I hope he has seen what she did, because she seems to be pretty good at imitating you. Mm.
うまいうまい。
Isn't this the ice cream you share?
うまいうまい。
I would like to try those.
茜も食べろ。溶けるぞ。
ごめんなさい。夫はすごいってことを言いたくて言い返したのに、逆に夫が嫌な気持ちになったんじゃないかって。
バカ野郎。俺に気を使うなんて10年早いんだよ。
What a good dad. Now, there was something about a kept man, so there's also a mom?
落語家には3つの階級があってな。下から前座、2つ目、真打ちって分かれてるんだ。
Yes. Sure.
夫は2つ目でしょ。
よく覚えてたな。
So the middle part?
2つ目でしょ。
よく覚えてたな。
And he made 200, not 200, 20,000 yen. So like 120 bucks. For his performance, that is not a lot. If you do it every day and you get 120 or so, maybe that could be enough. Otherwise, I don't know. And I am assuming you cannot do this every day.
今度、真打ちになるための試験があってな。それに合格すれば、
I guess curry?
真打ちになれる。真打ちに
Curry. Curry powder, and then we even have a curry box.
なればギャラがお金がたくさんもらえる。そうなりゃ誰にも文句なんて言わせねえ。だから変な気を使うな。どーんと構えてりゃいいんだよ。じゃあ父ちゃん稽古するからあかねも宿題やれよ。
はーい。
うん。
First, they were talking about a mom. I don't see a mom, first off. Second, it feels like he's a good dad. He's trying to make it big as whatever the nomenclature was for whatever he's doing. And he's a good dad. He's like, you don't need to worry about me. I'm gonna try to make enough money. You're too young to worry about that. You just need to concentrate on school. I'm doing the, adult stuff, and it's going to work out. Don't worry.
だよな。真打ちになる。ならないと。じゃないと。
And it seems like he's only really pushing because of her.
さて、まずは今日のネタをさらうか。おい、ヨタヨタロヨタ
So he knows she's always watching.
もうこれ昼の
Is that the mom?
カレーうどんのにしてもザキママめっ
Is that the mom of the fat kid?
ちゃ切れてんじゃんキモたくあかねとトールのバカま
Because she is the mom. Okay. Working until late in the evening.
たやらかしてただいまやっちまったカレーかぶりもうどんだけカレー好きなのよみんなしょうがねえな本当によったお前そっちから言ったのお前そんな表から入ろうとするんじゃないよ裏から入んだよ裏からね待ってろお前は
He's going crazy, okay.
見える
どうもごめんください。
部屋の中には夫を一人しかいないなのにだけど部屋の中には3人いる体の向きが変わるたびに顔や喋り方声がコロコロ変わる意地悪な人怒りっぽい人のんきな人いろんな人が顔を出すすごい魔法みたいだよいしょどうやったらできるんだろう
So she's imitating him. I mean, so essentially something akin to a theater kid. Being able to not impersonate, but have different personalities working in tandem and being able to switch with them on the fly. Probably not only the mannerism, also the voice to make it more clear that a different person is going on. I can see why you would have a fan, because you could use a fan as well to differentiate the different personalities speaking. But we do, I mean, story-wise, we see that he's struggling. I'm assuming he's not going to make it too far, and she's going to pick up on where he left off. The wife is working as well. I don't know as what? But it seems like, again, he probably can't do this every day. Maybe he does it twice a week, which is not enough to finance everything. So seemingly the wife is the one who is making the most amount of money. And he then, I guess, takes over the house husband side.
おーい、お母さん帰ったよ。ほんと落語バカばっか。
No. Hey, mom. How was your day? Lots of. For a moment, I was like leftover, but seemingly also vegetables in containers, but also some leftover rice, I would assume, some curry, some salad.
まあ、しゃあないか。来週だし。ないか。来週だしね。
She seems also great. I would have liked for, because the husband is rehearsing, this is next week, understandable. I would have liked for the kid to come to the mom. But she seems to be fine with both of them being crazy about Rakugo? Question mark?
いただきます。
Oh, okay.
はん。
うん、うまい。うまくいったな。
おやすみなさい。ちょっと起きなよトール。ほらちょっとまだ稽古するんじゃないの？寝るの？
Yeah, you should not drink then.
じゃあおやりよ。もう遅いよ。私は先に寝るから。そういやトール読んだの？茜の作文。
いや。
Why not? I mean, understandable. Again, he is all in on the test. So he's trying. He just wants to succeed, so he can more or less a little bit of a show off to his daughter, show that he is doing a good job, that he's at the top, seemingly at the top of this thing, and he makes more money, which naturally is going to give him a little bit more sense of being proud. So maybe he didn't have the time, but But if I had to guess, he's not going to succeed. Okay. So this is the advancement test. This looks like a bunch of normal people. I'm assuming at the front you have like judges that are going to be like, okay, he has that little bit of spark, he has that pizzazz or whatever, so he gets to advance.
うちのより大きい。
Oh, dressing up, okay. Do we know what time? What date? Not time. We know it's 12:13, but date-wise, is it a weekend? Because she's here, dressed up. Which, now I hope he succeeds.
うちのより大きい。そうか？同じに見えるけど。
お、元気がいいね。
シグマ師匠。
久しぶりだね、まさきちゃん。
ご無沙汰してます。いつも主人がお世話になってます。
いやいや、俺なんて全然。しかし、月日が流れるのは早いね。
ねえ師匠、音は？
バカ。
ああまあ、あれだ。今はそっとしといてやんな。
荒川流真打ち昇進試験。出演者の話を客と師匠が審査結果を集計し、技量を認められた者だけが真打ちに昇進できる。今年の審査委員長はうちの師匠の兄弟子で東大一の呼び声高い荒川。
Naturally, it has to be like an older guy that is a goat in the field, and he's probably going to be very. He doesn't want, you know, the character type. He's going to be against everyone that is on the stage today
一生
because they're not as good.
だからどうした。この日のためにどれだけかけてきたと思ってる。いつもと同じ自分の芸を信じるだけ。でももししくじったら、いやバカか俺は。気持ちで負けてどうする。やるしかないんだ。俺にはそれしか道がないんだ。
では
Again, storytelling wise, I feel like this is not going to work out.
始めてまいりましょう。ただいまより荒川流真打ち昇進試験を開演いたします。最初の出場者はこの方です。
I would have liked someone else to go first. Shouldn't one of the other ones have gone first?
まずは一番手でございまして、私荒川慎太と申します。寄せと全然違う。空気が重たく冷たい。何よりお客さんの値踏みするような目。いや、
I'm assuming that most of the audience are just normal people, right? Apart from the jury. Which, it makes sense to have, like, to see if what he presents has a wide appeal. And the jury can then be the ones that are more critical about how he delivers, how he behaves.
本日は五月晴れの中。
I hope that he is just going to see his little daughter and that is going to make him more steadfast.
こんな悪趣味な試験にお越しいただきありがとうございます。いや、いまいちか。本当にですね。そんなことない。皆さんの一票で私の人生が変わる。バカか。何考えてる。政治家みてえだな。なんて思いましてね。だったら公約の今は枕に集中しろ。いや、私は落語家なもんでね。まずい。テンポが速すぎる。そんなとこも政治家みてえだなと思ったより受けない。欲しがりすぎたか。どうする。やばいやばい、このままじゃ。このこの声。
Yeah, don't forget. Oh, we get to see him reading her little thing she wrote about him.
俺の真似してる？茜が？
I mean, he's doing pretty well on that part.
素人目だけどこれが意外とうまくてさ、トールよりセンスあるかもよ。
そりゃやばいな。
そう思うなら。
I mean, is there anything you would be more proud of if you have a profession you really enjoy, you really want to be good at, let's say a sport or whatever, and your son or daughter is following in your footsteps and they are even better than you? Isn't there any? I feel like you would be proud. You would be proud. This is a profession you have experience in. You know how hard it is. You see it, you are able to see it from the inside, and your daughter or son is following, not only following you, but they're even doing well. I feel like you would be proud.
さっさと真打ちになんなさいよ。
簡単に言うなよ。
言うよ。茜のため。言うよ。茜のためだもん。
茜の。
あっきれた。茜はパパっ子だよ。パパの自慢したいに決まってるじゃん。私の前で弱音吐くのはいいけどさ、せめて茜の前ではかっこいいお父さんでいてよね。
That is always something you should keep in mind. In front of your children, you should present yourself differently than behind the scenes. The same if you have an argument with your significant other, not in front of the children. Just don't have an argument. If the children are gone, then you can have an argument. But always in a way that the children don't know about it. That is always important. The same here. You can be insecure. You can be cursing whatever you do. Your job, your profession, what is a hobby or what you call it. But not in front of the child. Always behind the scenes, where they don't know. In front of the child, you always want to present the most positive way.
ずいぶん冷え切っているようで。でも寒いのも悪くない。
なんだ。
寒い中飲む缶酒のうまさたるや。ついついもう一杯もう一杯と手が伸びる。いつしか夢心地でガブガブ飲んでしくじるなんてな。
雰囲気が変わった。
よくある話でございます。ちょいとお前さん起きとくれよ。お前さんなんだよ。邪険な起こし方すんな。なんだいじゃないやねこの人。
枕を終えて話に入ったか。
I mean, he seems to have caught himself, so I hope it went well. Now, it could also be that he did a fine job, but only one of the 5 people, I assume it's only 5, is allowed to be promoted. So he not only has to be good himself, he has to also be better than everyone else.
腕はいいが
Which, depending on the other people coming after you, could be quite hard.
酒に溺れ借金生活を送る魚屋の勝五郎が芝の浜で財布を拾ったことをきっかけに商人としての矜持を取り戻す心温まる人情話。
あと頼むぜ。はい、気をつけてね。言っといで。さあ亭主を見送るってとしばらくぶりで商売へ出てくれた商いへ出かけてくれたってんでおかみさんの方はほっと一息つきましてまぶたの方が重たくなってまいりましてトロトロっとしてきたところへおいおかうるだよ開けつくれおかはいあちょいと待っとくれ今ねどうしたんだよお前さんいいからおめえあとしめろってんだよ
I mean, I'm assuming this is the old guy, and again, he's most likely going to be the guy that tells everyone, oh, you're bad.
勝五郎が芝の浜に
Okay.
に行く場面をカットした。
I was wrong. We switched to him. I don't remember. Is he the master? No,
いや
right?
全然いいんだけど、大筋さえ合えば登場人物の設定からオチまで変えたっていい。それも創意工夫の一つ。とはいえ勝五郎が歌詞に向かう途中、訪れた芝の浜の情景を語りで見せる。それが芝浜の醍醐味。
So I guess this story is one that everyone tells, but everyone has their own twist.
だいたい芝浜唯一の芝の浜の場面をカットってこんなの半端ない。
イライラしてんね。
Naturally, you also have these guys who say dislike someone else and they are just supporting anyone who's going to get a rise of their enemy.
兄さんの嫌いそうなアプローチだもんな。いやでも気持ちはわかる。見せ場を一つ捨てたことには違いない。
ちょっと待ってくれお前さん。
それでもあいつは風景を語るよりも
どこへも出かけちゃいないじゃないか。芝の浜？
人を語る道を選んだ。
ほらキさん多めに起こしたよ。で芝言ってないの。
新太の強みは演技力だが、あえて見せ場を捨て自分の得意な人物描写を押し出すことで観客を話に引き込んだ。この舞台でよくぞ。しかしこの女房の造形は
おっかだ。おっと、おっかをやってる。
茜、まさき見てるか。うちの師匠に弟子入りして落語に打ち込み続けて13年。
13 years. Oh, wow.
恐ろしいほど芽が出なくてろくな稼ぎ
Ooh. Working while pregnant?
もね。それでもまさきは俺に落語をやめろと言わなかった。茜は
尊敬する人、5年3組大崎茜。私がこの世で一番尊敬する人はオットーです。オットーは落語家で話がとっても面白くて毎日私を笑わせてくれます。オットーの夢は真打ちになることです。私の夢もオットーが真打ちになることです。私はオットーが大好きです。
こんな俺を茜は好きでいてくれた。その思いに応えたい。父として落語家として俺が今まで培ってきた技も人生も何もかもつぎ込んで俺は今日真打ちになる。
A little bit too happy. I hope whatever happens, it's not because some other person is close to the old guy and the old guy wants that person to proceed and convinces everyone else.
よそうまた夢になるといけね。
I mean, the viewers are happy.
オットー、かっこいい。
大変長らくお待たせいたしました。集計結果が出揃ったようです。
Again, I feel like there's some shenanigans behind the scenes.
それでは結果発表に参ります。
うるさい。
結果発表は荒川あいいしょお願いします。
Again. He's probably an asshole.
お、入ってんな。皆様、この度は荒川流真打ち昇進試験にお立ち会いいただき誠にありがとうございました。いや、私もね、久しぶりに若手のネタを見たんですけどね、
いやー驚きました。まあだらだら喋っても仕方ないんでね、結果を申し上げますと、今日の出場者全員破門です。
いや冗談が。
一門の面汚しどもがみっともねえ芸をお見せしちまってすいませんでした。
The audience was having fun, at least the one person we saw, so I don't... Again, but I assume this was going to happen, that he's an asshole.
じゃあまあそういうことで以上。
師匠。
Also, there's a bunch of other jewelry that has a word in it, right? On the other hand, he made it sound like these people are under his company or whatever. So theoretically, he could fire them.
ねえどうしたの？波紋って何？ねえおっかってば。ねえおっか。トール。
どういうことですか。破門って大体シンタは俺の弟子だ。
後にこの日の受験者全員が正式に破門となる。
人の弟子を勝手に。出来の悪い弟子を持ったな。
破門の理由については明かされていない。
あんなもん芝浜田は言わねえよ。
これ本当なんですか？
シンタ。
兄さんどういうことですか？ギャグですよね。ねえギャグですよね兄さん。
あの日。
I mean, can he not just join someone else then?
落語家荒川慎太は死んだ。
Out of spite? I mean, this is naturally going to hit him hard. 13 years of work gone for no reason. The audience liked what he was presenting. Everyone was liking it, and for some reason he got expelled. Never got the reason, because the old man is an asshole. Seemingly he can't go somewhere else. I don't know how that works. I would have assumed maybe they could and do it on the side, because again, the people liked it. Even if he's not going to get the big title, at some point people would just go and want to listen to him. The start would be a little bit hard, but after that, I assume it could be successful. We saw the mom also got hit pretty hard by that, because she seemed to be very supportive. Now, I'm assuming that this more or less destroyed his hope and he just went to get a job. At least I hope. The time has passed.
落語家荒川慎太は死んだ。でも終わりじゃない。むしろ。
So essentially we are taking a revenge.
あの時から始まったんだ。私の物語が。
Okay, ending. I do wonder Do we see what happened with the dad? I'm guessing he just got a normal job to support the family. But if we more or less go on a revenge story, I'm here for it. Take revenge on the old guy. Fuck him up. Embarrass him.
話
Mm.
夫はい質問
おなんだ
落語はなんで落語っていうの？
あ、それは落語には下げ、つまりオチがあるだろう。昔は落とし話って言ったんだ。それが縮まって落語になったって言われてる。
It used to be called Otoshi-banashi that got shortened to Rakugo. Yeah, they sound the same. I'm guessing it's the words that got shortened.
それが縮まって落語になったって言われてる。
So we just keep the first kanji and we change the second kanji.
言われてる。
じゃあはいもう一個ずーっと座ってて足しびれたーって
Yes.
なんないの？
じっと座ってるだけならしびれるけど、落語って話しながら結構動くもんなんだ。だからしびれて立てないなんてことはないな。
そうなんだ。あ、はい。
I mean, one of the reasons why I'm shuffling in my chair every now and then, because I can feel my butt hurting. So
はい、あかねさん。
なんで途中で羽織を脱ぐの？
that is a good question.
すぐ脱ぐんだったら最初から着なきゃいい
So I guess it's part of the story to get more pizzazz,
のに。
more
お客さ
impact.
んの前に出るときはきちんとした格好の方がいいからな。で、これから話の本題ですよってとこで脱ぐ。って言っても、ここで脱ぎなさいっていう決まりは別にないんだ。
ああ、あかねもあれやってみたいな。最初にいっぱい着ておいて途中でじゃんじゃん脱いでいくの。
後片付けが大変そうだ。
However, it could work. I can see this working. Okay. Again, it's going to be a revenge story. I'm all for it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Definitely positively surprised.